my name is James Bamfield and I'm playing Katsu Control.
Yes! Why Katsu Control?
I guess I've been playing Flesh and Blood, one of the longest people in the Netherlands, almost 2 years or something now, and when I first started playing, I was playing lots of Kano and getting beaten every single game. I've always liked playing control decks and didn't know what to play today. I played in a Road to Nationals 2 weeks ago as Prism and got destroyed, so I wanted to play something a bit more control-y. Saw a list online for a Katsu Control that plays 12 to 15 defense reactions, and I was like, oh, that sounds fun, so that's why I chose to play.
And it's going pretty well.
Exactly, yeah, it's going pretty well.
Have you like a good game going on today, like something you remind and you want to share with us?
The last game I just had now was a fantastic game, so I was playing against Didier, who was playing Chain. And I knew that in the late game I was going to have lots of defense reactions to be able to stop him just rolling over me with his Riftbinds, etc. So using Sync Belows and pitching, etc., I put a lot of defense reactions at the bottom of my deck, and it got to the point that he was on 7 Soul Shackles close towards the end of the game. And we had 4 or 5 turns where I was on 1 health and just like holding on for dear life, trying to win, and in the end he ran out of cards, and there was a couple of turns still where he might be able to win it, but in the end I got over the finish line, so that was really, really fun to,
Happy.
To play. Yeah.
Checking a bit after that?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And so you say you play for a long time. How do you started?
I've played card games for 12 years, so like a lot of other people used to play Magic the Gathering, then the World of Warcraft TCG, Game of Thrones LCG, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! And then about 2 years ago, the Game of Thrones LCG that a group of friends and I were playing at the time got discontinued, and we were looking for a new game, and we're good friends with Cornet, so Cornet said, have you checked out this new game called Flesh and Blood? Which we'd never heard of it. Sounded crazy to us at the time. Why would you name your game Flesh and Blood? It's a really strange name. But we tried it out and we've been hooked ever since. We've been playing all of the time, never getting bored of it, and getting excited all the time for the new sets. So looking forward to next month when Tales of Aria lands.
Yeah, what do you think are the strengths of this game? Like, what is?
I think it has a difference to other games in that most other card games, you're playing lots of creatures and monsters and characters, and that's how you're playing the game, is between those things. In Flesh and Blood, obviously, that's different because it's effectively you're playing Mortal Kombat, the card game, where it's all about you playing as that hero and really embodying their play style. I really like that part, and I guess linked to that is the fact that every hero feels really unique. So in a lot of other card games, whatever you're playing, it feels similar. But in this, every single hero you play against feels different, what you're playing and what they're playing, and it makes it interesting and always makes you want to come back for more because of that diversity.
I'm Rene Heine from TCG Collectibles, and I am currently running Prism.
Okay, so why have you choose to play Prism today?
Because it's the only deck I have played ever since I started playing Flesh and Blood, and I'm too lazy to build a second deck.
That's a good way to go. What version of Prism are you playing today?
It's a bit different than a designated area, because the main deck itself is based on aggro, and then we leave 8 slots in which we can change it to either aura build or even more aggression.
Okay, and what do you think are your bad and good matchup?
My worst matchup by far is Bolton, because of Lumina Ascension. That card has to be removed from the game. It is bad. And best matchups, I think, are Azalea and Bravo.
Okay, what is your today like best game you had? Like big turn or?
The last game I had versus Chain was pretty good, but I think the best game I had was versus Katsu, the previous game. We had a 28 life difference. He was on 34 and I was on 6, and I ended up beating him while still being on 6.
That's a good story
it was
to
a
say.
massive grind, but I was happy to win that.
Okay, and for how long are you playing Flesh and Blood?
About a year now.
A year?
Yeah,
it's a long time for people
yeah.
here. And how have you started? Like, what's the story of starting this game?
The thing is, I own a shop, and a lot of people came up to us asking to run Flesh and Blood, to sell it we're used to doing either Yu-Gi-Oh in previous years and Dragon Ball Super now. And more people came up asking us for Flesh and Blood, so we started investigating about the market, about everything, and then we noticed that we liked the game a lot as well. So besides selling cards, we also got a team, we play it ourselves. It's one of the few games that we actually invest time in to have decent success in.
Okay, do you want to add a word about your shop?
I can add you the link afterwards, it's fine.
Okay, we will put it on the video.
Yeah.
I bought you some cards.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we get loads of orders, so I'm not sure if I remember every order specifically, sorry.
That's fine. Thank you.
My name is Yael and I play Chain today.
Okay, why Chain?
I used to play Dorinthia from set 1. And then when Monarch came out, I played a little bit of Chain in Draft and in Sealed, and I really liked it. And yeah, I was
Feeling
thinking
it.
about, yeah, I was thinking about playing something else than Dorinthia, and
You played for a long time then?
yeah, I think we played from the time that the game was in Holland, which is last year.
Which is a long time for
No,
people.
yeah, maybe for some people it's a long time. I think it's from May, maybe May last year.
It's a long time. And how did you start? Like,
We know the guy Corné who from Kai of Cards. We know him pretty well, and he jumped right in, and so we got to.
you were playing another trading card game before?
No, not a trading card game. I played a little bit of Game of Thrones, living card game, but not very well.
Not coming from the TCG world, like
No, I
not
never
to
played.
convert from another game.
I played a little bit of Dragon Ball, but only with some people who like to play sometimes, not really competitive.
Okay. And what version of Chain are you playing today?
I'm playing the Matt Rogers deck.
The Flock.
Yeah, Flock, the blue.
Happy with the choice?
Yeah, I think so. Last week I played it as well, and it didn't go that well. But today it's going better. I think I'm a bit more used to the deck, and also which plays I want to make early in the game and later in the game. And also I'm a bit more patient with leaving some stuff in my Venice chunk for later. So,
What are you think the most difficult matchup with your deck?
I'm not really sure because I haven't seen a lot of different decks today. I haven't seen Bolton yet, and I don't know if that's going to be a hard matchup. Prism was the hardest today because I had to take a lot of damage and maybe a little bit too much. And he can stop my sequence sometimes. So that was the hardest today.
Yeah, my name is Sebastian and I am from the German community. I played Dorinthia today and I played ex-Dorinthia.
Which version of Dorinthia then are you playing?
I played the version with Hatchet of Body and Hatchet of Mind. That's a very versatile deck that can both defend and attack very well.
Okay, you were running this version for a long time?
No, I just decided a week ago that I liked the version because it suits my playstyle, and I practiced with it for 2 weeks.
You were playing Dorinthia before with another version, or it's the first time you try her?
No, I never really liked to play Dorinthia in Blitz because it was such a dominant deck, so I usually play other heroes. The first time I played Dorinthia.
Okay. What is the biggest attack you have done today?
Well, I think the biggest attack is not the biggest attack in numbers, but I could use the card Push Forward to win a game, which is very unusual because it's normally a pitch card. So I could use it to give an attack dominate. It was just an attack for 5, but I decided the game, so I consider this to be my biggest attack.
You have a very intense last round, right?
Yeah, that was in the last round.
It was against Bravo?
Yeah, it was against Bravo. And he almost fatigued me, so that's how I won.
And for how long are you playing Flesh and Blood?
I started playing Flesh and Blood at the beginning of this year, so January, February. Started playing with my buddy, Benny, who introduced me to the game. He's also here today and having a lot of fun now.
Were you coming from another game before?
I actually didn't play TCGs for 15 years before that, and just got into it because of Corona and looking for some new hobby.
And how is the community in Germany?
Well, it's like a relatively small community, and they're playing a lot of online tournaments, and we have several stores which are starting physical tournaments now, and I really like the community in some of our Western German towns, in Wuppertal, in Krefeld. Those are really nice communities. They're also here today.
Okay. And what do you think would be your best and bad matchup for the top 8?
Well, I don't know. I like to play against new matchups, and I would like to play against Chain again, and I wouldn't like to play against Katsu.
No Katsu and more Chain.
Yeah.
Okay, noticed.
Right, my name is Sebastian and today I'm playing Azalea.
Yeah, you are making a lot of people happy to make her to the top 8.
Yes.
Why are you playing Azalea?
Well, she's one of my favorite heroes, and normally I play Dorinthia, but last week I won a road to Nationals with Dorinthia, so today I had like, oh, let's have some fun with Azalea.
And then you are again in the top 8. So
Yes,
that's
didn't expect it.
what are the strengths of her, you think?
I think the main strength is her chain matchup, because Red and Ledger is a card, and it's really good. It also has some good chances against Katsu, so
Yeah.
and they're both, I think, one of the 2 top decks, you know. So yeah, if you got the good matchups, you have some chances.
So today in your games, what was the most time you have played Red the Ledger in a game?
5 times.
5 times.
Yes.
Why everybody is playing 5 times against me? And for you it's a
Yeah,
happy
that's
number.
against 2 opponents. So you played 5 times, and I think another opponent I also played 5 times Red and Ledger. So,
Okay, so I was not the unlucky.
You're not the only one. No, it's Memorial Grounds is just a good card, I think.
Okay.
For,
For how long are you playing Flesh and Blood?
since February this year, so 6
Not
months.
that long?
Yeah.
And how did you start?
I started online, but I think got the Welcome to Raid hero decks last year, but never played it. Then got a box, Welcome to Raid. Then it started rolling, and then I met some Dutch guys online who were playing webcam games, because we were still locked down then, and then just started playing with them monthly. We have like a monthly league. We started playing it, liking it, and then
And then live for it?
yeah, and then you start buying Game Rising, trying to get some Crucible cards, because they were quite hard to get back then, and then buy into Monarch.
Okay. So there's a lot of people here who really love Azalea. What's your advice to make her competitive and win with her?
I think to make her competitive, she needs more defense.
She needs more defense. So this is
Yeah,
what
so-
you're hoping for with Tales of Aria.
I do hope that at least like some equipment that blocks a bit, or maybe some boost cards which block for 3. That would also be nice, because every card you have to boost your attacks, your arrows with blocks for 2, which is really awkward in your head. So you just usually just take the damage and then just try to race, but that is also not the greatest with Azalea. So, but some more defense would be great.
Hello, my name is Serge Smart, and I play Dash today in the Road to Nationals in where are we? In Eden, the Netherlands.
And which version of Dash?
Yeah, it's a hybrid version, so I can switch both to control and, well, as aggro as the deck allows. So yeah, I've got a Physiotronic Model I in there for that also, to be able to boost and try to maximize my damage on the turn. So yeah, I chose for that.
And you play her for a long time?
No, I think I play since May, I think. And I have not, well, actually been playing TCGs since like 20 years or something. So I'm brand new to the scene again. Yeah.
And what do you like with the game?
Yeah, I think 20 years ago I played Magic for a while. And of course then, and also Babylon 5. Nobody knows that anymore, I think. I'm like an old guy of 40 plus, so it was a television series and they had the TCG of that. That was quite complex. Magic was less complex, but also with the mana and mana screw, and what drew me to this is it's a nice combination of collecting, of well, a little bit investing also, because I like that too. And then the game is brilliant, I think. You can always do something, either block or not, and take hard decisions. So, and the cards are really good looking also in my view. Yeah, so I like it a lot.
Okay. So, what was your best game today?
My matches were 2 katsus, 2 prisms, a chain, which is well sometimes called the boogeyman, and it is truly for my dash match. Really tough opponent. Katsu is doable, so I won those 2-0. A prism is also pretty doable, but I won 1 and drew 1 with him on 1 life, and then time was called, so that was a shame. And I think the last matchup, what was that? Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, so that was the experience there.
Hi, my name is Lawrence Overfell and I am playing Bravo today.
Bravo.
Yes.
Why Bravo?
Well, the chances of playing Gaston in a card game immediately made the decision for me. And,
So just for the style.
Good thing is the deck really fits my playstyle as well. So.
Okay, so you like to be control and.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you manage to deck someone today?
2, 3 opponents and once myself.
And did you have any draw?
I did not have any draws today, which is.
Woo! That's
My first tournament I had 2, so that I really learned to speed up my game.
So
afterwards.
you are going best and best.
Yeah.
For how long are you playing Flesh and Blood?
I think 1.5 months now.
So not that long.
No.
And how did you start?
So I'm originally a Magic the Gathering player, but that game, I'm done with it, to be honest, for various reasons. And during Corona, there was nothing, so I didn't really want to buy into Flesh and Blood yet. But the moment I heard there's actually real life tournaments, I decided, well, here's my Magic collection to the nearest store, and I just bought into the game.
Okay. Do you remember one particular game today you did with Bravo?
Many games. I played Katsu 3 times today, which was a
Woo.
bit.
And still managed to win?
Yeah, I won twice, lost once, so I'll take it. And I had a match against Chain, which I thought was really interesting. My opponent didn't enjoy it all that much because by the time he died, I was still on 20 and he was fatigued. So I like that match. I just block everything and we'll see what happens. I gain a bunch of life. But my last match was actually the most interesting against Dorinthia. We went down to the bones, both on like 2 life. He was fatigued, but managed to just beat me, and I love that about this game. That game's
Maybe this will be revenge in the top 8.
We'll see. I'm just happy we both made it in.
So you don't want to see another Katsu in the top 8, or you are fine with that?
I'm fine with it. I think the decks I least want to see are like Viserai or Combo Bolton. Just because
I think there is not of that.
I don't think there are any, and I
so
I
you're
feel like
fine.
I'm not quite confident with the matchup yet. So I think it's winnable, but just not the way. I don't know how yet.
My name is Christoffer van Verstel, and I play Livia today, and I'm quite stoked. I actually made my only goal for today to make 3 wins, so for the XP, so I have a good chance to get the qualifications for the nationals. And I actually, I'm just happy to be in the top 8.
Yeah, Levia player, so people will be interested. Why playing Levia?
I started the game with a friend, and we quickly decided which role we want to play, which class. And Groot was the first one that catched my eye, and so I stick by it. And so I tried Runner for a smaller tournament, and now I tried Levia. I took my inspiration from a list that won in America. I got in the top 4. Tweaked it a bit, so to make it like a bit more of my own deck. And it seems it worked out.
So what has been the most interesting game you have played today?
there were many games that I going to keep in mind, but the one that I was most surprised of was the quick lose against the player in the last round. It was just it was out of the blue, and I was dead, and I was like,
It was against which hero?
Prism.
Prism?
It was like a combo, then our drops, you get 1 damage, and he pushed that damage to 2 damage, and I attacked him. I was very confident to win this round because I made my Blood Rush Bellow turn. I attacked for Mana Bancroft for 5 and was very confident because I got enough resources to make the damage because he only had 8 life. And then he just said, you have lost, and played this.
So if it was in the previous round, you will probably see him in the top 8.
And now I know which.
You know how it works.
But I don't think that I can really play around it. It was really well set up, and he told me that he decided at the beginning of the game, I'm gonna play and win with this combination, and it worked out well. And I'm happy to lose against a well sort of plan.
And what can you give advice for people who wants to play Livia but have like a hard time to make it works?
Don't get down because people say Livia is not good. Just try it out, and maybe you can make the top 8 too.
It works.